Hey guys, my name is Crazy Penguin. Welcome back to another comparison video guide thingy for Tribes of Sun. This time I'm going to be talking about the Sentinel's primary weapons, the BXT1 and phase rifle. And the gist of this video is basically so you can answer the question whether or not you want to grab the phase rifle. I'm comparing it to the default BXT1 so that you can see whether or not it might be a viable option for you. I've had a chance to play around with the two of them and I want to give you my opinion on both of them. Alright, first off, damage between the two. And damage is an interesting statistic when it comes to these two, simply because the mechanics that they both have are wildly different. Overall, though, you're not going to do much more damage with the phase rifle than you will with the BXT, and I guess they both have their merits. I'm going to explain the mechanics of them shortly. But before that, clip size between the two of them, kind of unimportant, and ammo count, again, unimportant. What makes these guns interesting is how you fire them. So, the BXT rifle, the BXT1, has a charge. If you've ever played Team Fortress 2 or anything like that, it's a similar mechanic where when you scope in, a meter starts to charge. You can see it here. And when it reaches full, if you hit somebody with it, it does 500 damage. And then the damage scales based on how much charge you have. Although if you're not scoped, you're not going to do much damage at all. You do 10 damage with the no scope, which is kind of annoying, but it's a part of the the mechanic of this rifle. Whereas the phase rifle zaps your energy, so it limits your mobility, but it gives you a little bit more consistent damage. It'll allow you to do 510, which isn't much better than the 500. Obviously, it's negligible. But when you want to put down consistent shots like that, you can do a nicer burst of damage. It helps if the target's stationary, of course. And then something else to consider might be when you're using the phase rifle, there are different kind of loadouts that might suit you. You have the energy recharge pack, which would be somewhat nicer when using the phase rifle. You have the ultra capacitor perks and stuff like that, whereas when you're using the BXT, something like Bounty Hunter might be more appropriate. I don't know, it's all up to you. Overall though, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. It's up to personal preference, really. I originally enjoyed the BXT more, but now that I've given the phase rifle another chance, I'm starting to love it as well. I can't honestly choose between the two of them. I think ultimately, after you've seen this footage, you should decide for yourself whether or not it might be worth it to you, and then decide for yourself. And that'll do it for this weapon comparison. I hope you learned something and it was worth your time. If you like this kind of content, be sure to stick around. We'll have more coming out, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.